All right. I know you all just saw me kind of like anticipate something about to happen as you all saw me reach up to the corner of my camera, and it was because my time was running out on my video. So there probably will be two parts to this video, and I do apologize that it's a little bit long, but once I actually learn how to start editing and getting them together, then they'll be a lot smaller. So thank you so very much for your patience. All right, so back to our business. I take the wider kind of eyeshadow brush, and I started off, let me turn it this way because this is how I can recognize my colors. At the very bottom, if you go from the left of the palette, 1, 2, 3, 4, the fifth one from the left, this is going to be more of a dark brown color, and it does kind of have some gold inflex in it. And so I like to pick that up as well because I think that it captures the essence of this kind of brown color, this kind of copper tone here. Well, it's copper tone because you have the dark brown and the gold kind of mixed in. So in order to kind of create the essence of that color, I went ahead and used this dark brown at the bottom, which has a kind of inflective gold in it. Again, we're going to pick up a lot of it on that brush, kind of blow it off or tap it off, whichever one you're comfortable with. And then right in the crease of my eye, I'm going to go ahead and apply that with the makeup side first. Now notice that as we're adding it in here, notice how we're kind of getting some on that white. That's perfectly fine because that's actually going to get our colors to blend a little bit more. So kind of go in. And notice that I'm being very liberal here. I'm not in any particular order. I hope you can see that. Any particular order. And I'm just rubbing that in. And I'm doing like windshield wiper strokes. Again, we can take a little bit more of that color. Kind of pack it in. Okay. Alright, and that's what we should have so far. Now again, it's starting off messy, but we are going to get there. Alright, next I took the, I believe that I actually started off with this color. And this is going to be the first one from the left on that bottom row. And this one again is going to be more of, it's still a darker brown, but this one has more of a red undertone. And so it's going to give you more of that rustic kind of look, or that rust kind of color. And so that's what we want to go for in order to pick up that next kind of reddish rustic color there. And now I know that y'all are probably thinking, now how did she decide to pick up this makeup look using the earring? What I try to do, if you're kind of at a loss for what type of colors that you want to use, or what type of design you may want to use as far as your eye color or your eyeshadow is concerned, choose something that's in your outfit that you're wearing. So for example, today I have on this scarf, I have on this vest, I have on these earrings which have a few colors in them, and then I have on this bracelet which has a lot of the same colors that I have in my earring. Choose one of those items and go for it. I mean, even if you wanted to do something maybe more for the nighttime, if you were wearing this out, put some silver in there, put gold in there, and then put some of those rustic colors in there, and you can create a totally different look using some of the exact same colors, using some of the exact same blends that we use today, but you can spice it up with glitter and make it look a lot different from day and to night. But again, if you're lost for what type of eye colors to do and you just don't want to do something very plain where you just put one color on and go, and you want to get more of a wow type of look but still kind of keep it very subtle, then choose a piece on you and go for that color, or choose two different colors that you may be wearing and go for those colors. Like I said, something that's just choosing this earring and designing a color based off of that is totally your imagination, and you can create it and use whatever colors that you wanted to, whether all of them or a mixture of them. So that's my spiel. So again, we're going to pick up that color, and I'm going to go right back over the top of that brown, that dark brown that we used, and I'm going to kind of focus more on the inner, on that crease area. And then notice how I'm bringing it down to the outside, and then as far as to the inside of my corner of my eye, but not totally toward the inner corner. Okay. And I do like to clean off my brushes as I'm changing them, especially if I'm going to be doing different colors. So I always try to keep a piece of tissue handy if you can. And just kind of wipe that off. Excuse me. And then if you want to just kind of clean that up on the outside, then that'll definitely help as well. And then on top of that color, I went ahead and toward the top of that brown, and then almost all the way up to my brow bone, I went ahead and I used the actual copper or rusted color. And again, we're going to take this same brush, pick that color up, and kind of tap on top of that. And it's almost like we're layering the colors in a sense. Next, from that same package of brushes, I am going to use more of a flathead brush, and this is more like a smudger brush, very wide brush. It is a flat brush, so you're not actually getting something that's going to be very fluffy. Again, most of the brushes that we're using are not going to be fluffy brushes. Not in this look. And then I went ahead and in that, I kind of took some of that color, blended it, took some of that color, blended it a little bit here, and then we're going to kind of focus more on that crease area. Right there where the actual crease is in the eye. Go back, pick up some of this from that copper color, go up 3 over 1. And this is going to be more of a darker brown, not as gold inflected as this one, more of a matte brown. And we're going to take that, and again, we're going to do the same thing I did with my blush on my cheeks. We're going to kind of dot it in. And that way we can kind of give our eye some definition. Sometimes I see women, and it's totally your preference how you like to wear your makeup, but sometimes I go out and see other women wearing makeup, and it's like just a blur of color. Everything is just mixed in and blended in. It's like, where is the eye at? Did you just throw the makeup on the eye? But to each his own. And again, we're going to focus here. Okay. Next, because we actually are finished with that particular color, notice that the shape of it is kind of going up to an angle because it's giving your eye that definition so that you can kind of get more of an elongated look out of your eye. You still want to play up to the shape of your eye, so I wouldn't encourage you to do too drastic, because again, we're going to actually end up blending everything together. For the very top, I'm trying to recall which color I did. For my highlight underneath my eyebrow at the actual brown bone, if you actually start at this angle, you go 5 from the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That actual color there is what I use for my brow bone color. And I kind of went right underneath, and then I actually kind of bring it down a little bit and kind of blend some of those other colors out. Pick that color up. Now notice that